All right, let's just jump right in. Do you ever feel like you're just treading water with your money? Well, what if I told you that you could completely reset your entire financial life in just 90 days? That is exactly what we are breaking down today. A super simple, week-by-week plan to get you in control, and yes, actually building wealth. And this quote, man, it just gets right to the heart of it, doesn't it? It's not about being some math whiz. It's about that feeling of being completely overwhelmed because there's just so much noise out there, you don't even know where to begin. The real problem for most of us is just not having a clear, actionable plan. So that's the big question, right? And this explainer? Well, this is the answer. We're going to give you that system. Over the next 12 weeks, you are going to have a crystal clear roadmap to automate your savings, start tackling that debt, get into investing, and build a really solid financial foundation for your future. Okay, so let's get into month one. This is all about one thing, gaining control. The goal here is pretty simple. First, understand exactly where your money is going right now. Then you're going to take some really impactful actions to stop the leaks and build a system that works for you, not against you. So here's the big idea for week one. Start running your personal finances like a business. I mean, think about it. A company like McDonald's knows its income and its expenses down to the last penny every single day. We need that exact same level of clarity. It's time to get brutally honest about where our money's coming from, and this is the big one, where it's actually going. So how do you actually do that? It's a simple 3-step process. First, pull up the last 3 months of statements from every single account you spend money from. Next comes the really revealing part. You've got to categorize every single transaction. Your fixed expenses are the must-haves, like rent. Discretionary, that's all the wants, like eating out. And then, of course, your debt payments. This little exercise is going to give you such a powerful baseline, your true average monthly spending. Now, check this out. This is what all that work actually reveals. For this person, their total monthly spend is $4,650. Seeing it all laid out like this is often a huge eye-opener. You might find out you're spending way more on Ubers or random subscriptions than you ever realized. This is the data you need for the next step. And that, my friends, brings us to week 2, cut the fat. Looking at that budget, where are the easy wins? This is where we go beyond the numbers and look at the psychology. Take those $225 in Ubers. Is that for convenience, or is it a habit of just running late? Understanding the why helps you change the what. And then you've got the quick wins. A 10-minute phone call to another insurance company could shave $100 off your car insurance. Small cuts to shopping and eating out, they add up so fast. Finding just $400 a month here is almost $5,000 a year back in your pocket. Just think about that for a second. Now we move to week 3, and you can see how this all starts to build. Now that you've freed up some cash, it is time to automate. This is the set it and forget it magic. First, open a high-yield savings account where your money actually earns a decent return. Then, set up automatic transfers for every single payday. This pay-yourself-first method is honestly one of the most powerful things you can do because the money is saved and invested before you even have a chance to miss it. Week 4 is all about attacking that high-interest debt, like credit cards. And look at this. It shows the incredible impact of small changes. On one side, you have that slow, expensive grind of just making minimum payments. But just look at the difference an extra $75 a month makes on a $2,500 balance. You are out of debt 8 months faster, and you save a ton on interest. That is an instant guaranteed return on your money that you literally can't get anywhere else. All right, you made it through month 1. With control established, we shift gears in month 2. It's time to build your foundation. We're moving from playing defense, cutting costs and managing debt, to playing offense by creating a safety net and actively starting to grow your wealth. And the very first goal in week 5 is a big one, $1,000. Getting your emergency funds to this 4-digit mark is just a massive psychological win. It's that first real buffer between you and all of life's unexpected curveballs, and it provides an incredible amount of peace of mind. And if you need a little motivation to hit that $1,000 goal, look at this. Nearly 60% of Americans can't cover an unexpected expense of that size. So by hitting this week 5 goal, you're not just getting peace of mind. You are putting yourself in a more secure position than the majority of the country. That's huge. Week 6 is all about investing. And a question I get all the time is, why stocks? Well, this chart of historical returns over the last 100 years, it pretty much says it all. Stocks have consistently, over the long run, produced the best returns compared to other assets. For long-term wealth building, this is where the real growth potential is. So how do you even start? It sounds complicated, but it's not. The simplest, most effective way for most people is to passively invest. You can just buy a single low-cost S&P 500 index fund or ETF. What this does is it gives you a tiny, diversified piece of hundreds of the top US companies all in one purchase. It's a low-cost, set-it-and-forget-it strategy that just works. Okay, in week 7, we flip the script and we focus on the other side of the equation, your income. Because let's be real, you can only cut your expenses so much, but your earning potential, that's pretty much limitless. So this week is all about action. First, your current job. Don't just ask for a raise, build a case for it. Know your market value. Then think about job hopping. It's often the fastest way to get a big salary bump. Or start a side hustle. What's a skill you have? What's a problem you can solve? And finally, invest in yourself by learning a high-income skill. This is about playing the long game to really increase what you can earn. As we hit week 8, we're focusing on goals. And get this stat. It is incredible. A study found that the simple act of writing down your goals makes you 42% more likely to actually achieve them. It's wild, right? So this week, your job is simple. Define your specific savings goal for the rest of the year and write it down. And just like that, we are in the final phase. Month 3, mastering the system. You've built the engine in the first 2 months. Now it's all about fine-tuning it, tracking your progress, and starting to aim for those bigger, long-term ambitions. Week 9 tackles a tool that can be a huge help or a huge hindrance, credit cards. They really are a double-edged sword. For the disciplined user, they build your credit and earn fantastic rewards. But for the overspender, they become a debt trap with absolutely crippling interest rates. So this week is about being honest with yourself and figuring out which user you are, and then using them strategically, or maybe not at all. In week 10, we introduce the ultimate financial scorecard, your net worth. It is such a simple calculation. Everything you own minus everything you owe. That's it. Tracking this number, whether you do it monthly or quarterly, gives you the clearest possible picture of your financial progress over time. And trust me, it is incredibly motivating to watch that number grow. Week 11 is your system checkup. It's been about 2 months since you first dug into your spending. Now you're going to do it again. Compare your new spending habits to that original baseline from week 1. Have your costs actually stayed down? Have any new financial leaks popped up? This review is so crucial for making sure your new habits are really sticking. Finally, we've reached the end of the 90 days, but really, this is just the beginning. In week 12, we look beyond the reset and start setting some ambitious, long-term stretch goals. This is where you get to dream big. So what do you want to achieve in 1, 5, or 10 years? Maybe a 1-year goal is to save 10 grand for that emergency fund. A 5-year goal could be a down payment for a house, or hitting $100,000 net worth. And a 10-year goal, maybe that's financial independence. Defining these goals makes your whole financial journey feel so much more purposeful. So what's the secret to making all this hard work actually stick? You have to turn it into a habit. The single most important thing you can do now is to open your calendar right now and schedule a recurring quarterly check-in with yourself. Every 3 months, you'll review your progress and adjust your plan. This simple appointment is what turns a 90-day reset into a lifetime of financial health. Look, this 90-day plan gives you the system, the control, and the foundation. It's your launchpad. But the really exciting question isn't about what you can do in 90 days. It's what will your financial story look like in 900 days and beyond. Now you have the tools to write it yourself.